How's everybody doing? Everyone survived Free Comic Book Day. Barely. Mostly survived.
And celebration.
Yeah, and celebration. Lots of stuff happened in the last month or so.
We mourned that you were not there.
Yes, I had to be out of town 2 weekends in a row, 3 weekends in a row. So I had to miss a whole bunch of fun stuff.
That's always Ohio. O-H-I-O.
Yeah, Ohio is not fun, by the way. Not worth going to and missing out on Free Comic Book Day. That's definitely for sure.
By the way, so you went to Hamilton County, so you did two Hamilton County.
Yeah. So I guess, first of all, I'll start out. Only Jeff and I are here tonight, so I'll be running the meeting. First off, I guess I should say that we've had a couple of our officers that decided that they don't have the time to commit to Chattooine that they should in order to properly, do their jobs. So they resigned. Those people are Todd, our president, and Jeff over here, our treasurer, who is still treasurer until we find a new person. So our first order of business that we'll need to take care of
Show me the money.
Is nominating new officers. Now, there's only certain people that are eligible to be officers, and Jeff keeps track of our attendance normally, so he has all that information, and we'll be posting it to our members, our paid members group, and to the bigger Chattooine group as well, which members are actually eligible to run for an officer position, and we'll be looking for a president and a treasurer. President's duties are mainly just to run the meetings, and they have one of the 5 votes that our officers have when we make big decisions for the club. And the treasurer's duties are essentially to take money, keep track of our merchandise and stuff like that we have, keep track of attendance and making sure that all of our paid members are accounted for whenever they come to events. And some of our, it's kind of important because some of our perks are going to depend on, whether full members attend enough things, because you have to attend a certain percentage to be able to vote on stuff. You have to attend a certain percentage in order to qualify for some of the perks. So we'll be taking nominations all through this month, and on our next meeting, we will vote. All of the members that are eligible to vote will vote on which ones they want to be in those positions. So I guess, should we stop nominations like the week before?
Well, it looks like we'll have, between now and the next meeting, there's the 2 Mad Max events and the library event in Dalton. I think that's the only things that we know about between now and then. So
can we stop nominations maybe we'll have to stop nominations maybe the first Monday of next month?
Okay.
Have that long to nominate, and then that entire week, if people aren't able to make it to the meetings, they can cast their vote to our secretary or one of the other officers, and then we'll actually do a vote on paper here in our meeting, on our next meeting, which is the second Monday of next month, and then we'll announce who the winners are to be our president and treasurer. So if anyone has any questions about that stuff, let us know. You can shoot us a message on Facebook or whatever, and we'll explain things further to you. Anybody have any questions right now that they wanted to ask? Or pretty simple, self-explanatory. All right, I guess our next order of business is my stuff, which usually takes the bulk of the meeting. I know, I hate it. But I'll talk about the stuff that we did in the past month since our last meeting. The first thing that we had for last month was the Red Bank Expo. And we actually had that slated as just an optional event because we had a Siskin Carnival on that same day, and they had asked us to do it previously. So they booked us earlier, but that one got canceled because of weather, so we were able to go to the expo after all. And several of us went, and we had a lot of fun goofing off, playing little Plinko games and stuff like that. And a bunch of people got condoms with funny things written on them. From the AIDS prevention charity. So
the guys in that booth loved Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2 because they were having more fun just hold on, let us find one.
Nick Fury was very popular.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let us find an interesting one. Hold on, we get this one.
And then I dressed up as Matt Murdock, and totally, I walked up to one of the tables, and the people were talking to each other and not like talking to me because I was talking to each of the people at the tables. I picked up a brochure and started looking at it, and they were like, "You can really see?" So like totally freaked them out, and it's kind of scary because they're medical professionals. So
my favorite though was us to go to the UK when I played the Plinko game and actually won sunglasses.
yes, I played the Plinko game and I won sunglasses. So I'm like, first of all, I don't need them. I already have some, but second of all, I guess I wouldn't need them anyway. But anyhow, it was a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun with everyone that was there. And after that, our next thing was the Relay for Life over at Fort Ogle Fort. Last year we did it somewhere like down south in Georgia. It's kind of a pain to get down that far, but this time they moved it up to do it in Fort Ogle Fort instead, right over next to Lakeview High School. Several of us went. It was a lot of fun. We helped the Walmart team. One of our members is a manager at a Walmart there, and he definitely wants us to do more stuff with him, and he's super cool, and he does things with us as well. So it was fun to go out there and be able to support him after the things that he's done to help us out. Like he's the one that got us into the like parade at Fort Ogle Fort last year where we did Lego characters and stuff like that. So it's always a lot of fun to help him out. The day after that, we did the Kids Alley at the Taste of Ooltewah, which is there's this new project development that's going on over there where they're like putting in a bunch of new restaurants and stuff like that. There's a cigar and whiskey tasting bar that's going to be opening. Should be fun to hang out at. And a lot of other cool things. They have like kind of an amphitheater type stage and everything there. And we did their Kids Alley. So while the parents were going around, you know, looking at the different restaurants and shopping and whatnot, the kids came over and had fun with us. Or actually, I think Wes had a lot of fun running around being crazy, and as well as Deadpool. So we
get a cookie.
And we had a booth right next to Epico, so we had like some friends right nearby, and we made a lot of contacts there. Some of the people from Collegedale and Ooltewah city government came to talk to me to see about us doing more things and getting more involved in that community. So it could possibly, you know, turn out that we get to do some more fun stuff up in that part of the woods where some of us live. After that was the premiere of The Avengers on last Thursday. And we had about, I don't know, 30 or more people here that were dressed up in costume. It was just a huge hit. We even had like a bunch of people we didn't even know that dressed up in amazing costumes. A guy had a Hawkeye made completely out of duct tape that was just like awesome. A guy made his own Iron Man suit that was really cool. And, you know, we had War Machine here with us, so, you know, they got a lot of fun pictures together. We had about 11 million Spider-Man. So there was a lot of complaining about not being in the movie from a lot of people. And there was a guy named Batman there, or the guy dressed as Batman rather, and he had a sign that says, "It's because I'm Batman." So, we let him slide with being a DC character, so it was cool. After that, we had our Star Wars night over at the Lookout. And even though we had some restrictions and stuff that we didn't have to deal with before, it was still a lot of fun. They added some really cool new sections in the stadium for like the donors that have helped out the teams. So there was like some little picnic areas we got to hang out in, and we got to run around and go to the skyboxes and stuff. So it was a lot of fun. We had really, really great handlers that are brand new that did an amazing job. They were able to take care of all of our costumers. And the Lookouts is a stressful event for handlers, making sure that everyone's taken care of. So thank you guys for all the help that you gave us. And for, you know, you normally all dress up, so it's a completely different experience when you're a handler and trying to help the other people. But being a person that does costuming normally, you kind of anticipate the needs, and you know a little better what people might need. So it really helped us out a lot. So thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
After that was Free Comic Book Day, which was like, I don't know, like Black Friday for us. We had the Siskin Hospital thing got pushed out to that weekend. So we had a few people that were able to still make it out there dressed up as princes and princesses, so thank you guys for doing that. And a couple of superheroes dropped by as well before they went to the library, so that was awesome. And then we had the Chattooine Public Library, where we had a bunch of people go to the 4th floor and kind of show off their costumes and answer questions for people, telling them how they construct things and whatnot. And then we had a bunch of stuff that we did with the kids. And Megan's here. You want to talk about what everyone did and how it went?
Sure, I love you. That's all. No. We had a good one, so great feedback from the event again. Of course, as always, all, for the most part, what I do takes months and months and months and makes me insane, but everybody talks about you guys. So thank you so much for what you did. The kid stuff we had downstairs, interesting, weird audience this year, not as big as it was last year, but what I was most excited about were the numbers from the 4th floor. And while it may not feel like, because it's such a large space, it's easy to lose how many people were actually in attendance, but just the 4th floor participants, there were more adults went up there than kids, which is what I was really aiming for. It was in the 60s for adults, and I forget how many kids came because I was like, I have my number. The demos, I wanted to actually ask about this later, but maybe I could ask right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it seemed like those of you that were there really liked the toys. So I would really like to have a demo day all about cosplay and using that equipment for you. I want to know what month is slow, and you guys can talk about it. Yeah, I know it's summer now, but my summer's crazy too, and it's not crazy for us to put it together. So if you guys wanted some sort of like, I'm totally cool with it. They have air conditioning. Yeah, we have slower AC. So if you, but in all honesty, if you're gonna say something like September is better, February is better, like I don't care how far away it is, I'm gonna give this to you guys. Yay! So thank you again, and I don't know, I saw some of the pictures from the our other branch library where some of you guys went, and I loved them. It looked like it was so fun. Was anybody who was dressed up there?
No, well, Savannah, did you go?
Yes,
Yeah, she was the
at the
bunny
Northgate one, I was the white rabbit at the Northgate.
Oh, nice.
And then pretty much the entire Sylvester family went too.
Do you have anything that you want to add about how that experience was?
It went really well. They had all nice little doodads. It's sort of closer to the end of it is when some people came in, but overall it was pretty good. I don't think they were expecting a huge turnout. I think that's what I got from it. So they had really cool stuff, like you could build your own mask, you could face paint. Like one of the little kids was getting their face painted.
Aww.
And his dad had already gotten another costume, and he's like, we're supposed to leave that or go? And you could make your own little buttons, like actual buttons. So the Miss Marvel was freaking out that she got to have her Katniss pin and her Mulan pin.
And I have a whole box of goodies that I both made for you and saved for you from Free Comic Book Day that I forgot under my desk because I don't work on Mondays. So if you want to give me a list of everybody that came, we have our additional comics. You guys can have first dibs before we wind up giving them away. And then I also made you a bunch of Deadpool buttons.
Awesome.
So I'll bring buttons for everybody next time. And those of you who are on Shalene's list can swing by the library and pick up a comic. Or if you're patient and you want me to bring them, I will next time. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Now, speaking of the library, there were a couple of rambunctious kids. There are always rambunctious kids at the library because it is like an environment where the kids are like away from their parents. They get to go around and do their own thing. We need extra handlers to come to those types of events. We had a couple of people that weren't able to make it, so we did have handlers there, but we need more handlers when we do events like that. So anyone that doesn't costume, that just wants to help out, or if you just don't feel like dressing up that day and still want to participate, let me know because we can always use a couple of extra people just in case because you never know what kind of things might happen.
But some people have their hands full with it.
Yeah.
And please, if that's what's happening, if a child tries to dance you, let me know next time because I have.
There's a small child who did not like when her legs were showing, so she tried to take my bottoms off.
It wasn't just you.
And I went, whoa! Thank you for what she said.
Well, doing things with kids.
Yeah, they ran over.
Doing things with kids is kind kind of stuff is going to happen no matter what. So,
There was a girl who told me it wasn't Star Wars, and that hurt my feelings.
We had people tell me, you told me I didn't exist.
Okay, back to the main.
Okay.
anyway.
Extreme close-up. Extreme close-up.
Doing things with kids like we do, this is stuff is going to happen. And the handlers, you know, it's going to happen no matter what. It's just nice to have a handler there that's not in costume that can help pick up the pieces or, you know, whatever they got to do to get things back on track and make sure that the person in costume doesn't get out of character too much or ruin the experience, pretty much. So, extra handlers and stuff, you know, just let me know if you want to participate. I'll get you guys in there. The next thing we did was over at McKay, the McKay's Youth Books, and they had like double the turnout they did last year, like of participants coming, or not our costumers, but people actually coming to the store. So it's probably going to be even bigger next year than it has been in the past couple of years. And there's a possibility they may be increasing their budget for advertising and crafts and all that stuff too. So yay, that was awesome.
Anybody that went, Danya, feedback, what you think would make it better? I've already pretty much stated that the comic book area needs to be not where it was.
Yes.
And they need a separate, well, the problem is they had it upstairs by the elevator, but they had avid comic book people and kids in the same line to get comics, and they're waiting for like forever because somebody's going through every single one. Whereas the kid's just going to go, oh, there's Batman, I want that one. So I kind of think they probably need a tinted area outside that is a huge area for those kids.
Well, most locations that they do Free Comic Book Day, they have the same comics that are out that were given to them by the publishers to hand out for Free Comic Book Day. McKay's is not like that. They have a huge back catalog, and they just put out like a ton of comics. So it's like, it's everything. So there are people that will sit there and just pick through for the entire time, just trying to find a gem, a diamond in the rough or whatever.
They didn't have many.
So, yep.
They didn't have many. That was us. That was
That's me and Taylor.
Deadpool was holding out the line, something fierce.
So you're part of the problem, that's what you're saying?
But that's why Danya said she loved
Yeah.
having us there, because we could stand there and make the crowd forget that they've been in line for 2 hours.
Right.
And be like, hey. It was too crowded up there for us. Yeah. Whenever we went up, we went all on the CDs and we were just kind of playing with the kids and stuff. And then she, as you guys probably saw, everybody, they had the costume contest, so she wanted us to go over there and enter it so that people would be like, oh, well, let's go over there. McKay's is awesome when it's not busy, but it is a horrible setup when that place is crowded on a normal day. So I think that they're trying to figure out a way to make their space work better. But Danya is very big into feedback. She loves it when people tell her what you think. So don't, even if you want to just give it to Ricky what you think.
Yeah, just let me know and I'll pass
Take
it on
it
to
as
her.
like bad.
Please do that in written form, not physical. Go walk on the slap open.
And the people that didn't costume, that helped out with her craft tables, she was very appreciative of that as well. That was amazing, because she was short on volunteers. And since it's going to be bigger next year, she may need more volunteers. So, yes, ma'am?
Richard, what is it? Oh, Ricky.
I won the costume contest.
Oh, you did? Congratulations.
Actually, it's 12 and under. I got an email today, too.
Anyone that was there, Eric Hall has your McKay's money if you did not get one at the thing. Everybody got one that actually went, just as long as, but Eric has it and he's not here.
Yeah. So after all of that stuff that went on Free Comic Book Day, everyone reconvened here for Age of Ultron the second time. And from what I hear, even though I was hundreds of miles away suffering, I heard that everything went really well and everyone had a lot of fun.
There was lots of spider people.
Lots of spider people again,
And a bat.
which is awesome. You know, we want to make sure that Marvel knows that we want Spider-Man back in the
We
event.
got the Spider-Verse both ways, pretty much.
No spoilers, Ricky.
And then after that weekend, we had May the 4th, and Mainline Inc. invited us out to dress up as Star Wars characters for May the 4th. And not only did we have people dress up as Star Wars characters, they caused an accident while we were there.
Yes.
That was hilarious.
Princess Leia ran into the man in front of them. I went inside and pretended I didn't.
It's all because you were flashing skin.
We all ran.
Only tapped
So
the
Lena was
man,
giving you a
so
slow
they
layup.
both just kept going. But it was funny because he had turned, the passenger had turned and was like, and I had my back turned and I turned around and I saw a little girl in the back seat, so I bent down to wave at her. And the driver turned to look at me and then ran into the van. And I was like, because it was all of us out there, and we all just went.
We're going back inside.
But Jennifer really enjoyed all the people that came out, and everyone seemed to have a lot of fun over there too, hanging out. So thank you all for going and doing that. And hopefully we'll do more fun stuff with them in the future. They have some other weird plans that they want to do later on.
Try to get a Chattooine
They
discount.
probably,
Yeah,
they're
discount.
Actually, I'm the
A
one
what?
that originally talked to
they want to do a Harry Potter thing. FYI, they're a very small shop, so it's probably going to be.
She's gonna work on getting anybody.
Oh, hold up, wait. What were you saying about that?
Okay, I'm the one that was originally talking to Jennifer.
Guys,
I'm the one that put her in contact with Ricky. If we start doing stuff with them on a normal basis, she wants to get that worked out where Chattooine can, if you participate in an event there, where you can come back anytime and get a discount. She's working on it, It's not a set thing.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'll keep talking with her. She seemed to have fun, so
She loved it.
why not?
She
So
was-
Harry Potter will be the next theme thing that they want to do, and I'll just let everyone know what's happening with that as I find out. Now for future events. Not nearly as much as what I just talked about, I promise. Mad Max, Friday and Saturday. So if anyone wants to dress up as some crazy biker, post-apocalyptic, insane person, now's the time to dress up for it.
wait, tell us.
Oh yeah, and we're going to have a special star guest that's going to be there as well. Do you want to say? Or,
You said.
yeah, we will have the leader of Bartertown present this weekend. And some of the kids don't know what that means. I'm looking at you and you're shaking your head.
It's Tina Turner's character.
Tina Turner's character, yeah.
Nick, I still don't know who that is.
Mad Max. Beyond Thunderdome.
I'm like Buzz.
What part are you stuck on? Tina Turner or Thunderdome?
Thunderdome.
Alright.
I feel like
Alright, back on point.
This Sunday, Cameron set up an excursion down to the Georgia Renaissance Festival for their Time Warp Day. So anyone that's interested in going to that, check out the event or send a message to Cameron Gone and let her know that you want to go down with them. I guess they're going to carpool or something for Renaissance Festival.
I think some people are carpooling. The Time Warp means you can wear any costume.
Yeah, you can wear any type of
I know
costume. You don't have to wear a Renaissance.
Fair version of that cosplay or something.
Yeah.
Some people are doing that.
Or you can do Lord of the Rings and it would blend in pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can
Or
put it
Game
as
of
anything.
Thrones.
That's why they chose it so more people could go. And I think they originally thought they were to do a discount, but they couldn't find anybody that could put 15 tickets on a credit card. We're a poor group.
No word of average.
And then the only other thing we have slated for May is the U.S. cycling competition. For the past 2 years, we've had our own corner that's right over there next to the parking garage, next to UTC's campus. And we set up there, we have like a cooler, we dress up as like crazy characters, and we cheer for the cyclists as they go by, and get put on TV and stuff and have fun.
With
So-
crazy signs.
With crazy, yeah, we have really funny signs that we make too. It's always a blast. It's like having a cookout all day with a bunch of fun people. So, except maybe warmer if you're in costume, but it's a blast nonetheless. And anyone that wants to come out to that, dress up as anything you want. We don't care. Just come out in something that you think would be fun and would spur along the cyclists as they go by. by and motivate them to do a
Right.
better job. Huh?
Right.
Yeah.
Just lay in the street.
You don't want to be laying in the street when they go by. It's kind of frightening.
The bikes will not stop. The bikes will not stop. The cyclists will be going that way.
Except I'll dress as Quicksilver. I'll stand there and somebody can drive me to the finish line. I beat all of you.
You
Now-
didn't see that coming? I'm sorry.
Our first event in June
That'd be fun.
is going to be on June 2nd, and it's the Northwest Georgia Regional Library, and it's down at their Dalton branch. They've asked for superhero characters to be there. It's from 11 in the morning till 3 p.m., and it's on a Tuesday. So people that work like retail or something, this might be a great opportunity. People that work retail miss out a lot on things that are going on during the weekends. So this is a great opportunity to ask off on a Tuesday. Your boss probably isn't going to care, and then you could go down there and hang out and have a lot of fun. The people that went last year had a blast.
What day?
It's a Tuesday, and it's 11.
No,
The date, June 2nd.
Okay.
It's on June 2nd. But the people that went last year, we had a few people, maybe like 5 people that went last year.
Something like that, yeah.
It was a weekend. It was?
Yeah, it was during the week last year too. They always have it during the week.
Did you check
Ricky, you need water.
I probably do. But it's always a lot of fun. They're really cool. They provide food and everything and changing area and whatnot.
They did.
Also,
Yes.
I know I went. I remember going.
Yeah, they have a changing area for us, but thank you for offering just in case people are shy and want to change it. But Chad lives close to there, so if you don't know where it's at, or you want to meet someone down there, or like find a place to go, meet up before you go to the event, get with Chad, and he'll help you guys out. And I'm going to go ahead and announce the first movie we're doing in June, which is Jurassic World on the 12th and the 13th. So anyone that wants to dress up for it,
Mickey Minions is that day too.
right, and Minions is that day too. But anyone that wants to dress up, it's going to be either Jurassic Park or dress up for Minions. So either one, or do a mix of the two. If you don't know what to dress up as, dress up as a person going on safari. We want people to dress up like a scientist or something. I'm going to be making little Velociraptor hand puppets. So if anyone wants to make those, let me know, and we'll get together and we'll craft them together. Maybe we can do that in the library. That'd be fun.
I have shelves that you can check out now.
See, there we go. Maybe we can have a time that we all go to the library and just make hand puppet dinosaurs. Why not?
John said Toys R Us has raptor puppets right now too.
Oh, raptor puppets at Toys R Us. And I found at Dollar Tree they have little hats that are the dinosaur heads too.
you can also get patches and stuff off eBay.
So if you want to like wear a dinosaur head hat, wear all green and tuck your hands into your short sleeve. Go for it, man. Have fun with it.
But promise me if you do
Chase people around.
that, if you read that at least once, you have to make this joke. I have a big head and little arms, and I'm just not sure how much this plan was thought out. It's just not. If you do that, you have to put a mold.
So anyway, that's all the stuff that we have on our schedule currently. May and June and July are really crazy. People will ask us to do things last minute, and I'll just throw them in there as we get asked. If we get asked to do something last minute, don't feel pressured that you have to do it. It's just going to be, like, anytime that anyone asks me, like, less than a week ahead of time, I tell them no promises. People will show up if they show up, they won't if they won't. But usually we do have a lot of people that like to go support, the cancer walks and things like that, or take pictures with children or whatnot. So we just play that as they come along and just see what we can do. So just keep an eye on the schedule, keep an eye on the calendar, and an eye on the group to see if any weird stuff pops up that you might want to do. And I'm going to quit talking now because you're probably all tired of listening to me. And Jeff's turn. Treasury report. Whatever you want to say.
I wasn't expecting that.
The camera's on you.
Hi. Or on somebody more pretty. Nothing really new.
Hey guys!
With the Treasury report, I mean, obviously we have funds. We just did a T-shirt run at Conuga. We're talking about maybe doing another one. I still have patches for sale from a long time ago, but we need to get rid of these so we can maybe get more someday. Like Ricky said earlier, I'm keeping up with attendance. Hopefully the new treasurer can pass that on, but we can talk about that because it's a spreadsheet and I like spreadsheets. It's my baby. But yeah, I don't really have anything other than that.
Did everybody sign in today?
You didn't sign up right now.
Everyone signed in. Does anyone have any questions, or is there any stuff that's coming up that you would like us to do? Someone.
I'm that guy.
So what's up?
Well, so I've been working on the summer kickoff for the summer learning game party, and I realized that I was doing it all wrong, and so now I'm gonna have a Hobbit party. So you don't have to come dressed up, but even if you wanted to just like come and hang out for a minute, you guys. We're gonna have a So I'm gonna turn the middle of the tile floor when you walk in into a giant fire pit. I'm not allowed to have real fire. I've never allowed to have real fire. But I'm gonna have box fans.
Sneak it in.
So I'm gonna take box fans and lay them down. I have logs and I'm gonna make it look like a stone fire pit, and we're gonna do fire air sculptures. So you can like color on a clear trash bag and tie it to the fan, and we'll make a bonfire. And I'm gonna leave it up all summer. So it might make everyone I work with quit. We'll see. But I'm gonna have I'm in the process of cutting lengths of whiskers out of like a giant spool of macrame that I have. So we're gonna have a beard contest. While we project the movie large onto that, I don't know if you noticed the big screen that we put in on this. So we're gonna have like a movie-style projection of it, where kids can like make beards while they're watching. At the end, somebody will win the copy, the Blu-ray copy that we have, like the best beard. We're gonna make simple paper Hobbit feet, and there's a little bit more to it. Right. So it's gonna be from noon to 3 on May 30th. So if I were to ask from you guys, costumes are always lovely.
Hey guys.
But I would really love to have you as Chattooine judging the beards. I just think that sort of makes sense, especially since Shalina and I talked a little bit about the potential for creating some costuming walk-up stations on the 4th floor for early October that would be like advertising for your group. And I think it's a natural way to sort of start that process and get people thinking like, oh, they're the costume guys. Not only do they do the cool stuff, but they know how to do the good stuff, and they teach.
If anybody has ideas of little things that are easy for kids to make but still super cool, like Cameron Gone has come up with a sticky foam bracer idea that we actually use on our own bracers, but it's something easy for kids to do, and the parents would probably enjoy too. That's what we're kind of going for, is how to make things for their Halloween costumes. So the end of September, the beginning of October is when we're thinking about doing it.
Awesome.
But if you have any ideas, or you've seen a tutorial or something that you think would be interested in and want to help run a table, do that.
And then Harry Potter, just a reminder that the Harry Potter blowout with the bands and everything is going to be July 25th. I'm still working on times. It's probably going to be evening-ish. And then not pertinent to everybody, but we are trying to stream every League of Legends match that is streamable. So up on the 4th floor, giant widescreen projection movie style, and you're welcome to join us.
Ricky, where do you go home, Max? You know you want to. Yes, you do.
Yes, I'll talk to her more about what's going on and let everyone know what's happening. And we definitely need to get more involved in the 4th floor stuff. Get some people up there making things and testing out the equipment.
And I'm working with the city's HR department to figure out what kind of benefits we can provide for those of you that are actually making something on the 4th floor. Because I'm always like, let's get it for free, like free printing, free use of gear, stuff like that. And so city HR is always like, no, not free, and I'm like, just wait, I'll match you.
So on the printing, because now that I've moved outside of Tennessee now, they have to do where you have to have the membership cards to the library.
Right, yeah, so those of you who have been volunteering at the library, since you have a spreadsheet, I don't have to recreate the wheel. Send me the hours that you've done at the library. When you hit 20 hours, you get a free card for the year, and it's good for like a family. You can check out 100 things on your card. But yeah, that's how you, so then you just need a card to 3D print.
And if a person needs to purchase a card, they are
If you need to purchase a card, it's $50 for a year.
for a year, for a family for a year.
Yeah.
And it gives you all sorts of awesome benefits. The fourth floor is probably what would be very interesting.
Yeah.
And you take recommendations for like reference materials, right?
Oh
Like
yeah,
book
yeah.
books
And
stuff.
if you have a card, you can have us buy whatever you want for books and movies or whatever.
Yeah.
You just enter a form online, and then we buy it, and you get to be the first person to borrow it. The only time we can't do it is if it's out of print or not in print with the publishers we have to purchase through.
So if there's like a cool book that has like every Batman costume
Yes.
and you want to make a Batman costume and look at all the different variations, if you have a library card, you can talk to them and make that happen. And then you have the reference material there at the library for other people to use if they want to make an awesome Batman costume or whatever.
It's not like
I am not cook.